Hello. Oh, I moved my phone. Hold on. I'm going to check audio before I change screens. 2 seconds here. I used my phone to check, but I've set my phone up somewhere else right now. Is this good? Is the audio okay? Is this good? Is the audio okay? Okay, sounds good. We will close that out. And hello. Hello. Welcome. Get back to doing things a little differently today. Hello. I'm Saros, and welcome to the stream. Today, I'm going to be altering a pants pattern for my next big project I'm making. So I've got things set up a little differently right now. My ring light that's normally at my face is right here holding my phone so I can record stuff, because that camera doesn't record the best, so I'm using my phone. So you won't really see all that I'm doing, but it's what's gonna be today. But I'm going to be altering this pants pattern for my next big project because that's what it is. I'm making a version of, hold on, I prepped this. I'm making these pants. You can't see my mouse. The orange pants, that's me. That's my Tails cosplay. I'm going to be making a different version of these. Now, to make those pants at the beginning, I made that whole pattern myself. To make a video, I don't really want to tell people just draft your own pattern, because that's a lot, you know? So I found a pattern that should work, that I'm going to alter to fit better, and I'm going to show how I'm altering it just on the little drawn sheet, and then I'll transfer that to the big pattern later, just so I can get it the way I want it, because it's a close to what I need, but it's not quite what I need. So I'm going to alter it, and that's what I'm going to be doing at the beginning, because for my pants, this way, for these pants, I patterned it, dyed all the fabric, and I really like it. And my friend Miriam, she wants to know how I made them, so I'm going to make a video on it. But the pants I'm going to be making are going to be a completely different vibe. They're going to be black base with purpley patches, because these are all those there. Those are all patches sewn on. So I'm going to be doing, showing how I did that sort of process. So we'll move this back over here. This button. There we go. So yeah, I can't figure out easily. I'm sure if I looked, I could figure out how to get my phone screen to record it and send it, and so you can see it. So you're just not going to see it. I'll show it up intervally so you know what I'm doing, but I'll show. There we go. This is a pants pattern I'm using. It's a mood pattern, which are free sewing patterns that you just have to print off. So they're pretty good. They're not the best patterns. There are some things that might be a little finicky with them, or they might not fit the best, but they're pretty good, and they usually go up to really big sizes. I have a wide range of sizes, which is always great for people, so that's fun. So I'm using this as my base, because I also, if I'm doing this so people can see what I'm doing, follow along, I want it to be something accessible, because you need 5 meters of fabric for these pants. There's a lot. You'll have lots of extra patches, but it's fine. You need a lot of fabric for these pants, so I don't want to also make you have to pay for a pattern that you're gonna have to change anyway. That's no fun. I want this to be as cheap as you can make it, when also buying 5 meters of fabric and fabric dye and all this fun stuff. Also, side note, I had a fruit roll-up before this, and it was blue, so if my mouth is a little blue, that's why. But yeah, so I'm going to be showing how I alter this pattern to get what I want more, rather than what it is, because let me pull up the pattern. Mood fabric. a little bit different than my other videos I've had, but my friend wants to know how to make these, and I want another pair of these, so what's this? Yes. You have the, okay. So we're going to, you know what? Oh, perfect. There we go. So this is the pattern I'm using, the pants pattern I'm using. As you can see, they're like, I'm looking through my ring light, I'm sorry, it's right here. As you can see, they're cargo pants, but they're not quite the style I like. You can always like alter your patterns however you want, but here's a technical drawing for all of my fashion people who know technical drawings. This is like the drawing on the back of patterns typically. Now, I personally don't like these patch pockets on top. Don't like that. So we're gonna change these so this piece goes all the way out, and then this front panel is the one with the slit in it. That's, let me write these notes down as I'm doing that. No. Front patch pocket. Yeah, so I don't like this patch pocket. You can't see my mouse in the screen capture. It's fine. I don't see like the front patch pocket. Can I change my screen? Hold on. I don't know how to do things. No, I don't know how you can also see my mouse. It's fine. I don't have this printed out, but the patch pocket that's like on top, don't like that. That's what I was talking about. Don't like it. I don't really like the shape of the side pockets. The way I did my pockets for tails, which I can just slip over here, I did them a little bit bad. I was running out of fabric, but I just did like a rectangle with like an edge to it, and then I sewed that all together. I like that a lot more, rather than the ones that are the way they have it in the pattern is a big rectangle with like a pleat in the middle. I don't really like that. Again, if you were to follow along, you can do whatever you want, but I personally don't like the that style of pocket. I do like the flap on top, but I kind of also like the two buttons on mine rather than the one in the center. Side pocket. Some other things. This pants pattern, hold on, it has a pleat in the back. I don't want a pleat because I want the back to be elasticized, because I don't really want to wear a belt with these, like have to wear a belt, and elastic waistbands are better, but I don't want all elastic. So, change back waistband, because I don't really want them to be fitted pants. They're big cargo pants, you know, I don't want them to have like a whole bunch of structure to them. So I'm going to take out that pleat and probably just add a couple inches so it can like elastic, because I don't want it to be like a huge elastic, because it's twill, so it's gonna be a lot anyway. But speaking of, yes, because I don't like the front patch pocket, so we're going to change that to an inner patch pocket. I'm going to add belt loops. And then I'm going to, I like these back pockets actually. I didn't have back pockets on my tails. The patches, there's patches there, they're in the shape of a heart, like, you know, like My Little Pony cutie marks. That's sort of what it turned into. I think that's cute, but these back pockets, I kind of like the angled patch, the like flap on them, so I'm actually going to keep those. And yeah, like this is just like a pleat in it. I don't really like that, and it feels too flat. I feel like this would like bulge out weird. Oh goodness. I want my pockets to be able to hold a lot. I'm a woman, I like big pockets. But it's gotta fly and like a waistband. And I feel like this waistband might be a little thick, but I'll change that when I get to it. They use cotton sateen. They say you can use corduroy or ripstop. Use whatever fabric you want. That all feels like corduroy would maybe work. I feel like corduroy could be fun. For my purposes, I'm using twill because twill is like denim. Denim is a twill. It's just like slightly different, but denim is a twill. I'm using, you can see my mouse now. Wild. Denim is a twill, so I'm using twill, and it's also easier to dye than like corduroy and these thin fabrics. I want something heavy and with weight and structure. And another thing, there is no bottom cuff to these. I want elastic back and elastic cuffs because they look, I like the shape more. I also don't think these pants are going to be wide enough, but that's something I'll get to when I actually make the patterns. It's a lot of like measuring on my legs. But add cuffs. I think that's what I want to do. So I want to change this front patch pocket so it's not a patch pocket. Change these side pockets. Change the back of the waistband because they didn't draw it. See, this is my problem with mood fabrics. Their technical drawings are not always the best. They're very stylized sometimes. There's like, their fly goes so low in the made ones, and in this it's like itty bitty and then crotch down here. I'll figure out when I actually print the pattern out, but I want an elastic waistband at the back, which also means the back waistband has to be expanded, and then add cuffs to the bottom and belt loops. So again, you're not gonna be able to see what I'm drawing, but I have my phone right here. I have my phone right here on like my ring light, and so I'm going to be recording it to put it in the video that I'm making and making sure things are still going good on my stream. So I'm gonna record it to put it in the video so you can see. You'll see then, and I'll hold this up to show you, but time to start drawing. I hope you're hearing me okay. I'm kind of far away from my mic and I'm trying not to touch it because then it makes gross noises. But click record on this. Cool, it is recording. We'll have that audio and also my mic audio. I'll play with that later. Hold on. Cool. Just so I can see it, find it better later for future purposes. Okay, so I'm going to label the pieces on the pattern. That's a right front waistband. This is the left front waistband. C and D are fly stuff. Those aren't going to change. I've never made my own like full pants pattern. It's all been like bits and pieces of everything, and I don't really want to because pants confuse me. So that's why I want to use a pattern to base things off of, and it's also easier for like more beginner sews. I'd probably say this is like an intermediate sewing pattern. It's a lot of skills. It's an intermediate pattern because like it's not got a whole lot of like strong technical skills really. Like a fly is kind of confusing, but other than that it's not a really big issue. But I find pants a little hard to make anyway, so pants plus that, and then you have to like dye the fabric if you want, or just pick a whole bunch of fabrics and go from there. But yeah, I'd say it's like intermediate. It's not advanced because I'm going to try and make this tutorial video as easy to understand as possible because I'm an education student. I want everyone to be able to learn. But like I feel like I can make it easy to understand. Also because I sew things. I'm also like vaguely going to follow the pattern on Mood Fabrics on how to make these, but also not really because I don't follow pattern instructions. I just do whatever I want because I know the order I want to do things in. So anyway, so that's the front. E is the front, F is the pocket, G is the back waistband, H is the back pants, these are the back pocket, and then front pocket. look this up for you. I've labeled all of the pieces. This here had a list of what the pieces are, but like it's easier if it's written on the pattern. And I'm doing it in the small version so you can like play around with it better, and then you can alter it to the big version using like measurements and math and all that fun stuff. But we're going to start with the pocket here. I want this to follow this curve. Yeah, you can see. I want it to follow this curve here. So we're gonna go like this. And when I'm actually doing this out of the pattern, I will just be like cutting things up better. But there's that there. And then this is going like that. So cut that out. The side pocket, I want it to be this big, and then a whole bunch of strips like this to add around the edge. I'll show you guys in a second. Change the back waistband. It's going to be like double this on the fold, and then I'll figure that out once I actually make the pants, because these here also want bigger. And I don't want it like massive at the back, but I do want it some extra space. And then I always like to cut my pieces bigger than I need, so that way when I go and sew it together, it's a lot of basting it first, trying it on, seeing if you like it, cutting it down if it's too big. It's easier if it's too big rather than too small, just because you can take it in easy and you can like just baste things together. That, and then the cuff. And then belt loops. They're just like itty bitty rectangles. So I think, oh, hi, thank you Lunar ABC for following. Thank you. I appreciate it, but I'll show you my little sketch here. I'll hold it this way. So these are the front pieces. I'm gonna look at it this way. I'm not touching these. I don't need to touch the front waistband or the fly. The back waistband, I doubled it. I'll probably need roughly double. These back pockets, not touching. I think they're good. This one here, I extended this curve. Well, my camera's not mirrored, so it's hard for me. I extended this out more, roughly following this curve here. When I go and do this with the big pattern pieces, I am just going to straight up cut this piece off and like tape it over here to make it work, so it's the same angles, you know? And then this, I just cut off a good chunk of that piece because I just want it to be a square, and then the pocket flap will go over top. And then this little rectangle here is for the sides of the pocket, because again it's like a square with like an edge to it, you know? I'm making like a little bowl essentially. And then H is the back piece, so I just extended the top here. I don't like this curve. I'm going to straighten it out. There's going to be no curve in the back because there's an elastic. So I extended that so the pants are bigger at the bottom too, and I cut off a little bit at the top of this one and extend the bottom, and then this is the cuff and the belt loops. Now, this took a lot less time than I was thinking it would, because I actually like the pattern's a pretty good pattern. Lots of this will have to be fixed with math later. Like I want okay, let me start writing my notes of my measurements, because I want the back waistband I want it to be not double my back waist. So there's your back waist, so that's half of your waist measurement. I don't want it to, the whole back piece to be my whole waist measurement shrunk down. That's way too big. I'm thinking 1.5 times that. So if I've got half the waist, so half the waist measurement, it would be 3/4 of the waist measurement long. Yes. And that'll be, because then if, say, your waist measurement, this is not accurate, but I'll do the math, show the math later in my video accurately. I don't have my measurements on me. But say your waist is a total all the way around, because I also want these to be high-waisted. I'll have to make sure the crotch is actually high-waisted. Check inseam, I think that's what it's called. But say your waist measurement is 20, from side to side on the back, that would roughly be 10. But you don't want to make it 10, because then that'll fit perfectly. But if you make it 15, that should shrink to the proper amount, because your elastic you're going to put in there is going to be less than 10. It'll be like 8 or 9. So it'll hold tight, depending on how tight you want your elastic to be. I like my clothes to fit me pretty tightly. I like my clothes to hold me in its arms, you know? Like I want it to feel secure. So that's why I make my elastics for things smaller than my actual measurement, so that way it stretches. One problem with that is it's a little hard getting on if your elastic doesn't stretch a lot, because it has to go over my hips, but it's a whole other thing. And I want I think this has, the pattern has the pleated measurements. I don't know where. Do I have to download the pattern? I don't remember. Oh, it does have it there. Let me guess what size I am. Roughly 14, I think. Yeah, the waist is gonna be way too big anyway. That's my problem. My hip measurement is usually like 1 or 2 sizes larger than my waist measurement. And for pants, go for your hips measurement first. You want to start with your hips measurement, because you can make the waist smaller, you can't make the hips bigger. So you always want to start with your hips. And with the elastic and everything, it should shrink enough. It's just, I want the front of the pants to be smooth, so that's the piece that I'm going to spend more time like altering to make it look smooth, like holding the center front at my center front and making sure the side comes to where I want it to on the side. And then the back holds all of the extra, all of the excess size. But I have to look through my things. The hips will be, I don't know, 4 inches, like 5 inches bigger is what it has. I'll probably add like an inch or 2, just because I want there to be space. I want you to be able to wear thick, warm tights underneath of your cargo pants, because I live in Canada. There is snow out my window. It's October. It's November 6th. So, you know, I want to be able to put things underneath, but I also want in summer to not wear anything, like just wear underwear underneath and have it be nice and cool, you know? Opportunities, differentiation, just like all season, that's the words. But then the cuff at the bottom of the pants, changing topic. Cuff at the bottom of the pants, I'm actually going to stop this now, I don't think I need it. Needs to be big. I like it. I'm gonna have to measure my tails pants, and then I'll probably use lots of those measurements, but I want them to be like a big circle, like half the piece probably be like, what's this, like over a foot. I do have a ruler. This is 12 inches. I want my pants to have a circumference of like 24, you know, like one pattern piece, another pattern piece, so like big pant. That's probably actually good. have my actual measurements, so I can't like write down these sorts of math things. And the cuff will be like the same width as the waistband. But it will be like, I'm trying to think, it'll have to be. So what I think I did for my tails pants is, because I had such a big pant go into a tiny cuff, I think I gathered the bottom and sewed it to the cuff and then the elastic. Because if not, then you have a 24-inch cuff, and twill is heavy material, so it doesn't shrink, like it doesn't gather very well. So putting 24-inch cuff and then putting an elastic in it, that's like, my ankles are not big, they're like not even 10 inches, I'd say, would shrink that, and it probably wouldn't work too well. So I'm gonna say, if the bottom of my pants is roughly 24, I might change this later, then my cuff should be another like 3/4 of that. I'm gonna write this all up nicely for my video once I figure out all of like the different measurements for each. I'll go through each piece. Go through each piece for measurements, just so it's easier to understand. So like any of the pieces I don't touch, I'll be like, don't touch it. You know, that sort of thing. Same width as the waistband, but probably 3/4 of the bottom of the pants. Maybe less. I can change it later, because then the cuff won't be as big as the pants. You'll have to gather the pants onto the cuff and then put an elastic in it, and that'll gather it even more. But if you want that drama, that's what you need to do. Kind of sucks, but I like my pants to look like cartoons, you know? I want to be that extra. Belt loops, just tiny little slivers. I'll figure that out later. I think I'm going to write down in my little stream notebook. This is my content notebook. Hold on. This is 6, 11, 20, 22. Cargo pattern. I think I'm gonna cross stitch after this because it's only been 30 minutes, but we'll see. Cross stitch. Where the order of ideas. I'm trying to find where in my notebook I should write this. Oh yeah, I want to, once Breath of the Wild 2 comes out, Tears of a Kingdom, I want to play it on stream, well dressed as Link. Keep an eye out for that in May? I think it's coming out May. Where is that? Hold on, I can't find anything. Oh, it's my mob video layout. Okay, we're gonna write this in. What sections do I have? There are my stream notes. My ideas. Order of ideas. because I try and leave enough space in this notebook. I'm sorry, you're just watching me flip through a notebook. We're gonna end a notebook. That seems like a good spot. Just because this chunk is like what I do on my streams every day. Yeah, okay, we'll do here. Just so I can remember what I need to do. Video layouts and notes, you can't see that. Purple cargo pants. So this is my notes for it. I need to for the pattern. So I'm gonna write down all of the things that I didn't touch, which is 6 pieces. And then all the ones I did touch. So didn't touch I might touch these later, but just cutting out the pieces didn't touch sort of thing. A, B, C, D, I, and J. Oh, I, J, and K. D, E, F, not G, J, K. I have J, K? I don't know if I said G or J. Anyway. And then I'll write all of the... So I altered, so we'll start with E is the front pant. So the front pant is cut for pocket and widened. F is front pocket extended. They seem like big pockets in general, so I should be able to use those just fine for making, like for inner pocket like size. I'll also, what do I want to be contrast? I think I want the bottom cuffs and the pockets to be contrast, to be like a purple. Oh. FG, so G is the back waistband. It's extended to 3/4 waist measurement. don't actually know how wide the bottom of the pants on this pattern are. If they are roughly 12 inches or more, I'll leave them, like per front and back, but that's once I actually print out the pattern. I just printed out this one piece of the pattern because the pattern's 38 pages. It's a lot of paper, but no, I didn't leave a to sell. Sorry, I was looking at other notes, I got distracted. So H is the back pants. Widened. So that'll be, if I'm making it match the waistband, and that's 3/4. What's half of 3/4? 6/8, 3/8 of your waist measurement, roughly. We'll see. I don't actually know if this is good measurements because I don't have a measuring tape with me right now. But roughly, we can always cut things down. So it's bigger's better. H and then L I also changed. Side pocket. Size of flap. And then I'm going to add letters to this pattern. JKL. So M side pocket sides height of pocket 1.5 inches, I think. Because if I sew it, well, actually, it'd be 2 inches. Because if I use 1/2 inch seam allowance, 1/2 inch to there, 1/2 inch to there, yeah. 2 inch wide. LMN, LM, N. So the cuff is N. Well, actually, 2 inches. That's a final measurement. So 2, 4, 5 inches. Yeah, 5 inches wide. 24.5 is 12 plus 6, 18 inches long. Long question mark. And then O is the belt loop. Oh, the belt loops can be contrast too. That's fun. I put NO as contrast, and it's MNO are all contrast. Anyway, belt loops. 1/2 inch, 1 inch. then you fold over, I think, an inch wide. And then, like, I don't know, 3 inches tall. Question mark. No idea. So now, I have, there you go, all of the pattern pieces, what they're altered for. I'll have to make a video layout later. Do I have another notebook I can write this in? Not this, but okay. So I think that's actually it for now. Let's just chat. Actually, if you hold on, I'm gonna move my ring light so it's not directly in front of me in the way, because I think we're just gonna chat a bit and then I'll get into cross stitching. Okay, please hold. I'm gonna mute my mic and turn off my camera. I'll be back in a second. I'm back now. I moved my ring light here so you can see me better. Look at that. But I think we will chat a bit. There we go. And also, I want to write some notes on some things here. So, let me. I don't know, my laptop, my computer did this. That is good enough. So, how are you? No, I wanted to talk about the fact that I've been thinking about selling things. I don't know exactly how or what. Well, like, I kind of have ideas on what. I need to, like, write them down, be more concrete. But I work at a quilting store, so I see a lot of cute quilting cotton, and I'm like, I want to do something with this, but I don't want to make a quilt because those are expensive. And, like, a lot of work. But what I thought is I make, like, for myself, I've made, like, headbands that are just, like, bandanas in half headband, cute. And I was like, what if I made a whole bunch of bandanas? Because that's, like, easy to make. Mostly because I thought about selling this at, like, local little art markets in my city. But then I'm like, one, I feel like it's a lot of work for like, two times a year. But two, I don't know if I'd be able to get into these art markets without having some sort of online store. So I'd have to set that up. But I don't really want to, because then I have to worry about, like, shipping and all that sort of stuff. But anyway, I'm thinking about it. I'll maybe talk to my sister about it, because she started recently selling stuff on Etsy, her art. So, like, I might do that. But I just want to make, like, cute bandanas, dog bandanas. So, like, half little triangles. Scrunchies. I'm trying to think of all of, like, the fun, quick, easy things that wouldn't cost a lot of money. So I have things written down. I calculated like roughly the price of the fabric would be, sorry, like the cost of the fabric and then what I'd sell it for. I'm not going to tell you because, I mean, I can't tell you this. There's like one other person here. So 4 bandanas, probably, it costs roughly, at my work, and like generally quilting cotton is around $20 a meter. And to make a bandana, it's a fat quarter, which is like a quarter of a meter of fabric. But anyway, it's, I zoned out. It's roughly a quarter of a fabric. Like at my work, I can get a fat quarter for $5. So that's what I'm basing it off of. Roughly average of $5 material for all like the basic quilting cotton patterns. And then I'd sell it for $7. Because I think $7 for a bandana is like a decent price. Because if you go, I just go on things like the online things like Shein that like are made in sweatshops, so are not good. But like, what price are those? Because those are like, there's one there that's like $5, 6, 5, roughly like $2 to $6. And that's, some of those are like silk, they're not all just like cotton. But if I sold a bandana for $7, it's handmade bought from fabric in my store. And like, I feel like lots of it may not be like the most ethically sourced because cotton is not great for the environment in general. I think things are better now, but like it's whatever. It's not sweatshop. So like, I feel like selling it for $7 is not bad. I would buy a bandana for $7 if it had a cute pattern and if it was like made locally, small business, you know? So that's bandana. Dog bandanas, I'd make like 2 sizes, one that's like cat size and one that's like essentially human size. Like big, the big one would be like half the size of a human bandana. It would just be like a triangle that's the same, because the bandanas for people I do are 22 by 22 inches, roughly. I think I'd have to measure mine, but like roughly. And so the dog one would be like, the point would be 22 by 22, and I don't know what this would be, but like, you know what I mean? Because if it goes around a human head, it can go around a big dog. But like, and then the cat bandanas are like smaller, but I'd sell those for like $3 or $5. Is this $3 for a small one? $5 for a big one? Because it's not a lot of material used. It's like half the amount it's half the amount of what I'd make a human bandana out of, and that would be $5. So this would be like $2.50 maybe for like the big ones, less than that for the smaller ones. So I'd make a little bit of profit. Like, I'm making not enough for like working, but like, you know what I mean. I probably, or like, because I don't want to just be like, oh, this is like half the size and it's $1 cheaper. That seems dumb. I'd probably go 3 and 5, and those would just be like big triangles, you know. And then scrunchies I could make, what did the math I figured out is roughly, if I spent $20 for 1 meter of fabric, I could make 26 scrunchies out of 1 meter of fabric. So that's roughly 80 cents of scrunchie of fabric, plus like whatever like dollar elastic would be. So it's roughly $2 of material per scrunchie, and then sell them for like $5. Because I feel like someone would buy a handmade scrunchie for $5. I could make some of them like fancier, add little charms and things. Those could be like $7. But just the plain scrunchie, I feel like someone would buy. If I went to a thing and someone had a cute scrunchie made out of like some cute fabric, and it was $5, I'd be like, yeah, sure. I was looking online, people sell scrunchies for a lot of money, and these would just be like normal size scrunchies, like not big ones, because like it's cotton, it's not gonna flop nice. But I could make some scrunchies, hear me out, $7 scrunchies. It's clear, like it's a organza, it's a clear fabric, and it's got a worm on a string in it. Big brain ideas, you know? I think that'd be fucking hilarious. Sell that for $7. I would buy that in a heartbeat. Hold on, let me write this down. Why is my keyboard in Japanese? Worm scrunchie. $7. Because I feel like if someone had a worm on a string clear scrunchie for $7, I'd buy it, you know? It takes a little more work to make those, so it would be, those would be more limited quality. Lots of these things would be like limited quantity, but then, because that's all like the quilts and cotton things. And like I could make pencil cases. I'm gonna be making a pencil case for me and my friend this week. That's like a square pencil case, because I think those look nicer than just like pencil pouches. Something more this shape but pencil case, you know, with like the square end. Hold on. This but pencil case size, so it's like a nice square pouch, because I like those more than just, this is a little wallet I have, that more than just this, because like this is like cute and all, but like it's so flat. I don't remember how, I feel like I paid like $5 or $7 for this. I got this at a convention, and like they did the art on it, so it's different. But like I could make pencil cases, and those would be like 15, and I think the material wise it's like $10, something like that. Or because it's 5 and the material wise is like 13ish, because it's 10 for all of the fabric if it's lined, and then 3 for the zipper. Sell them for 15. But then I had ideas like if I made pencil cases, I could have like mystery grab bag pouches where like it's a pencil case and it's got like a bandana and a scrunchie in it, and they all have similar vibes to them, so you just pick and choose which one, and then it's like a discount. So it'd be a pencil case, bandana, and a scrunchie. All of different fabrics, but same vibe. And then that would be, if the pencil case is 15, bandana's 7, and a scrunchie is 5. It's $27. Because, okay, material wise, that's 13 plus 5, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's roughly $20 material wise. If it's 27, it's a value of $27. I mean, I could say like 20. I just don't like having so many odd numbers, because then like cash wise it's hard. But if I did pencil case and scrunchie and you get the bandana for free, that's like $20. Or 15, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, $22, and then you're basically paying for the pencil case, the bandana, and you get a free scrunchie. Yeah, that seems good. I'm just sort of talking this out to myself mostly, but like I feel like that would be not an online thing, that would be like an in-person thing, and then you'd maybe get freebies in there. Who am I to say? I have a whole bunch of like printed pictures of mushrooms. I did these in my printmaking class. A whole bunch of these, just random sizes. I could do like something like that. Just like a quick little art piece. But then I also thought about designing my own fabric for these things. And looking at it, I don't know what the price of shipping would be, but the price of the fabric's only like $26 a meter instead of like the 20 I've been thinking of. So that add like $2 onto everything for custom fabric. Because then that would be a pencil case for $17 out of custom fabric, a bandana for like $9, but it's like printed nicely. Like I made like a nice decoration for it, or like a scrunchie for like $7 if the pattern's custom. I feel like that's not bad. I'd have to look at like pricing of like shipping and everything, but I feel like that could be fun. But you know what else I thought that I could sell is mini Minecraft boys. Like, let me drag him out. I can't. He's stuck. Hold on. So, I've got my Minecraft boys, my little friends. These guys are pretty big, and this guy took me about 10 hours. Material wise, if I'm not counting all of the new paint, because I still have lots of that paint, material wise, like less than $5, no doubt. But it did take me 10 hours to make. If I sold this guy, I could maybe sell, like, this would be the biggest thing I would sell, would be the bee. And he's pretty fucking cute, is he not? Wouldn't you want this guy? Now, this guy, if I sold him, I'd probably say like 20, 25. Because he took me a long time. Because he takes a lot of time, because all of the brown is individually stitched. Like, this is a separate piece stitched onto the yellow. But if he took me roughly 10 hours, if I sold him for like 20, I wouldn't sell this guy. This guy's mine. But if I'd make like one or two more, and sell them for anything like small like these, that's not too complicated. I'm not making more ghasts. That took me forever, and I'm not doing it. I haven't even finished my mini ghast. But this guy, if I sold him for like $20, $25, he'd be the biggest. Because he is, let's see, how wide is he? I forget how big I made him. He's like 3.5 inches wide. And then like 5 inches long. He's 5 inches long, 3.5 inches wide. He would be the biggest. But he's so cute. Oh, I love him. But then if I made ones that were like 3 inches, which is, take off a square, that big, just like their heads, I'd sell those for like 10, 15, how much did I say? $15-ish dollars? And those wouldn't take me nearly as long, because if I'm just gonna look up Minecraft mobs real quick, because this is sort of my niche, you know? I make felt Minecraft hand-sewn things. Minecraft mobs. I'm going to look at a list of Minecraft mobs. You know what? You can join me on this look of Minecraft mobs. Hold on. I don't want you to see all my tabs. It's fine. Okay. So you got, I'm just gonna open the ones that I think are cute that people would buy. If anyone has an opinion on what people would buy out of Minecraft mob heads, let me know. Because then I'm gonna look at their heads and then decide. I'll open the bee. I'll open it. People love Enderman, so I feel like even though he's just black, someone would want him. I feel like people forget pandas exist. I don't know if I'd... He also looks a little complicated. Just because I'd be making just like their heads. I'm not making a ghast. I've done that and I'm tired of it. We could make a phantom maybe for another one. I'm gonna open the Moobloom as well. Okay. So the allay, I'd probably... Okay, I'm gonna be making... Just a sneak peek. I'm gonna be making an allay for my February video, because I'm gonna have a December video and then a February video. In case you don't know, I want to try and post videos every other month, and I post one October 6th, so the next one's December 6th, so keep an eye out for that. That's the pants that I'm making, that I'm working on. That'll be that video. But I can't even see him very well. For the allay, I feel like he's cute, and I'll see how long he takes me to make, because he might be another one similar to the bee that I could make and sell like big ones of. And I'd sell those probably for 25, just because they take a little more work. I wouldn't just make his head, just his head would be boring, I think. I could make a fox. I'm going to be making a sleeping fox at some point, but I can make a fox head. Fox. I'm sorry, but just because, like, he's cute. He's a cute little face. A mushroom. Possibly. I don't know if I really... Would anyone want just a mushroom head? I don't know. I'd make a pig, because look at that man. I'm so sorry. Because look at him. He's so cute. I love him. Imagine having a cute little pig head on your desk. Oh, hold on. I feel like I could make a rabbit head too. Because they come in different colors. I could do rabbit heads. That wouldn't take that long. They're not that complicated. There wouldn't be a lot of these, and I don't know if I'd sell them online. Oh goodness. Because if I was to do online stuff, I mean, I maybe could. They might be a little more expensive online, but I feel like it's more for like, because it's shipping would be more expensive. Everything else I can like flatten. The bee, again, you can't just really have a bee head, but I could make a bee. People would buy an Enderman head. I wouldn't make a long one. That takes a lot of stitching to make one. But who did I say for maybe a big one? Allay. Oh, he's got a lot of color to him though. Because I was thinking maybe a phoenix, a phantom, like a full one, like this guy. Maybe that's a possibility. I'd have to make one ahead of time, but I feel like that could be cute. Oh, sorry. In a Moobloom. Is it talking about whatever? Because I feel like, yeah, I don't know. So for mob heads, I've got fox, pig, rabbit, enderman. Just because like those are the ones I feel like are the cute animals. You know, I'm here for the cute animals. Oh, I could do an axolotl. Hold on. Axolotls are cute. I'd buy an axolotl head. Like, the full thing I could probably make too, but like... I would buy an axolotl head. They come in so many colors. And I mean, if I was to actually make these, like I want to, and sell them, I could just like mass do them. But by mass, I mean like 3 of each color. They would not be a lot. Like I'd make 1 of each of, like, if I made big guys, it would be like 1 per event. Those wouldn't be sold online. Those would be like event only or like commission based. If I was to actually go around selling these, they would be commission based. It would be like, tell me if, like, here's the list of mobs I will make. Tell me which one you want and I'll tell you the price. Because like this guy took me like 10 hours, and like I don't want to spend like 10 plus hours on a thing. Like my gas purse I made, that took me probably well over 24 hours to make, and I don't want to sell him for like $50, because material wise I think probably like $10-15 with all the paint, probably like $15 material wise, and then like, let me do the math for what it would be if it was $15 material wise. If I sold that purse for $50, people buy purses for a lot, say $70 from the gassed purse, minus, let's round that up to $20, it would be $50 divided by the, let's say, 30 hours of work I'd put into it. That'd be not even $2 an hour. And for something that takes that long, I don't really want to sell it for that cheap. But things that take like 10 hours, that don't take nearly as long, I won't mind selling for roughly like $2 an hour work sort of thing. And I'd get really fast at them. My fingers would die, but I feel like they'd be fun. I could maybe make like a chicken or like a parrot. I don't know, I'd have to ask. I have a friend that is super into Minecraft. A sheep head. I'd make a sheep head. Hold on, I completely forgot about sheep. I'd make a sheep head. I'd have to ask her which Minecraft mob heads that she would want. I'm hanging out with her on Saturday. Maybe I'll do that. Just because, like, I feel like it would be fun. And it would get them out there. Because, like, yeah, it's like I don't mind selling this guy. If this guy took... Here, let me just... Let's go back to here. So if this guy took, like, 10 hours to make, and roughly... It's like $5 material-wise, and I sold him for $25. I don't know if people would buy him for $25. He's 3.5 by 5. He's got wings. I'd buy him for $25, personally, because it's a lot of work. But say I sold him for $25, so $20 divided by like the 10 hours of work, it'd be $2 an hour. And like, honestly, $2 an hour for this guy, not that bad. I mean, also, if I do these things on stream, then I'm also getting content out of it, and therefore perpetuating the cycle, you know? I feel like there's other things I could make. I just don't know what. But I feel like there's not enough. People don't sell enough Minecraft merch. It's because people aren't into Minecraft, Becca. People don't sell enough Minecraft merch. And I feel like it would be fun. And I feel like people would enjoy it. The people that like Minecraft. Or you buy it for like... The first ones I made for my little cousins. I could make them less stiff. Because these guys... ASMR. This isn't very good for like squishing, holding, cuddling. I could maybe test different things other than acrylic paint. But like inks and things spread. I could maybe make simplified versions and sell them for cheaper with like less paint. Because this guy's all painted. All of this is painted. The original yellow color is gone because it was so neon it didn't work. But like this guy's all painted. But if I did them like half painted and like maybe painted the brown on instead of sewing it on, the back would have to be brown, painted brown so it matches too. And then did little stick legs instead of his little square legs. If I did little sticks like it is in Minecraft, then possibly I could sell them they'd probably be lesser quality, and if anyone wanted a higher quality, it would be commission based, and it would probably go up to like $50. For this, I made an Enderman, and that probably also took me a little, I'd say closer to 15 hours for my friend's Enderman, because it was one of the first ones I made too. But I'd probably say a little bit more. That one I'd want to sell for at least like 30, if not like 50. Realistically, I'd want to sell these for like 100. And if someone was willing to buy one, I'd do it in a heartbeat. But just because like it takes so much time. But the thing is, I don't do a lot in my free time. I'm doing these sorts of things anyway. So I think that's would be okay. But yeah, that's sort of what I've been thinking about recently, is selling things. Because I went to Tomo Arts Market. Very cute. They were started in Edmonton in June, did one in Toronto, and then did another one in Edmonton back in October, the weekend before last. Second last weekend of October. Tomo Arts Market, very cute, very fun. And I would just love to sell there. Like, I don't want to sell at like farmers market and stuff, because that's not like the market, my target art audience sort of thing. But also, I just realized if I sold at like an art market, I could then be like, watch me make these things on stream. And maybe it's a cycle. It's all a circle. That could be fun. I've been thinking about that. That's what I've been thinking about recently. But yeah, if I made like little tiny Minecraft mop heads, sell them for like 10, 15. 10's a little cheap. Material wise, I think it would roughly be like $5. Yeah, $5 plus like 5 to 10 hours of work. I wouldn't sell them. I wouldn't sell 3-inch ones. 4. Because 3 inches is the size of a sticky note. Yeah. So it would be this size square. And then I could add like keychains, make them a keychain, things like that. I could make like, I just realized I could make like endermites or like silverfish. Tiny little ones. Hold on. I feel like that's a lot more work, but like he's tiny, and I feel like if I made like a tiny little like silverfish one, that would be funny. Look, endermites are just little rectangles, are they not? Oh, they're little rectangles with a tiny little bit of head to them. It's not. And look, I could make a fish one. I'd totally be down to make a salmon. Or like cods are boring, the salmon's more fun. I would make a salmon. And I'd sell that for like $10. Yeah, so I'm gonna think this through, because I kind of want to. Maybe that's my goal for 2023, next year, is start selling stuff. Because I could get like a decent amount of fabric from like Fabricland and like my work. I work at Trapunto Quilts. It's a cute little store. It's got lots of online stuff too. But I'd maybe I could get like the clearance stuff. I'd look in clearance mostly. But I'd get things like the Minecraft ones, you know? Or like the fandom ones. But I feel like that could be fun. That could be a fun little... Everyone's always like, work on your side hustle. But I was mostly thinking about this because my oldest sister, my middle sister was the one, Sarah, she does art stuff, and so she has like a table. She had a table at Tomo that I was helping her with, and my oldest sister made like soaps and earrings for her table, and like Sarah's table didn't really have enough room for all of my oldest sister Carrie's stuff, and I was like, what if I started selling things? So I'm thinking that could be fun. I think their next one's gonna be springtime next year, so if I get started in like early in the year, and then I could maybe make, it's just the felt things, I just do Minecraft mobs, but then I make like this little sewing things. I probably wouldn't make that many pencil cases, and then if people actually bought things, I'd probably then make my own patterns for like fabric and sell like my own patterns, and then I could how do I word this? Sort of commission others, but like have like I've got lots of art friends. I've got Sarah, all of Sarah's art friends, all of my art friends from school. If they wanted to make patterns for fabric, I make their patterns. I sell them. Say I sell a bandana for $10 for a artist pattern. The artist gets $5 for bandana per bandana, and I get $5 because I make it and I like ordered the fabric. I made it. I'm selling it, but they did the art. They could get like a cut. I do like 50-50 because the art is one of the main parts, you know. But I feel like that would be fun, but that would only be if people actually want like bandanas and things, because you can use it for like, you can do like the bandana or like make it a headband, tie it around your neck, tie it like on your belt loops, on your purse. If you need to cover your face, I wouldn't say face mask because they're not good for face masks, but like just if you're going like dusty or like fumes sort of thing. And like scrunchies are always fun. I could have like sets of scrunchies. If I'm selling them for $5, I could do 3 for $10. So you buy 2 get 1 free essentially. Would that work for everything? If the material for that's I could probably roughly do buy 2 get 1 free for everything. You'd get the cheapest one free if you're going like 2 bandanas and a scrunchie. You're gonna pay $14 instead of, because you're 7. But I could roughly do buy 2 get 1. I think buy 2 get 1 free I could do for everything. I'd have to work out the math. And like, I'm not gonna be making a lot of money if I actually do this, but it's enough to like go into it, because if I bought 1 meter of fabric, made 26 scrunchies, and all of those scrunchies sold for, so I spent $20 on the fabric, all of those 26 scrunchies sold for $5 a scrunchie. That's $130 minus the 20. I've made $110. That's actually not bad. Making scrunchies is a lucrative business. That's actually really, really good. I mean, I would have to sell 26 scrunchies, but yeah, if I did, then that's $110, and then that's like 5.5 more meters of fabric I can buy and like expand. Now, if people would actually buy it is the real question. I would. Like, I would. So I feel like other people might too, because my sister's friend's mom, who my sister's friend helped run Tomo, her mom like retired and does a whole bunch of like little sewing things, but she does like little pouches and pencil cases and stuff. I'll have to actually ask Sarah what she does, because I don't want to like step on her toes. But I'd be making all of like the hand sewn little things, because like I could make earrings and stuff, but like there's so many people that do that already. You're jumping into a crowded pool essentially. I could make like little cross stitch things, or like I could make cross stitch patterns as well. It wouldn't be a lot, but it would be like little ghosties, because I like little ghosties. Lots of my stuff I do is pixel art or flowers and geometry, so that's sort of my art style, so I'd continue that. But I could do that like on fabric and stuff. I think that's a good idea. I think this is a fun idea I've got, because I want to sell stuff. I want to make money rather than just working 1 day a week at my store. I love it. It's great. I am going to want more hours once I finish my winter term next year. So for the summer, before I have to leave to do student teaching, because I'm going to need to do student teaching next September. Well, it would be next October, but like, you know, next September is the term where I start student teaching. Is the start of the term where I start student teaching. So yeah, it would be, I'm only gonna work there for like a year-ish. I feel kind of bad, but I love them. But like, I'm not gonna be able to work. I'm not going to be able, if I do continue streaming and stuff, which I want to. I enjoy this. I enjoy doing this. This is fun. But if I do continue like streaming, I'm not gonna have time to be a student teacher while streaming, while also probably working Saturdays. No time. I would burn out so quick. Doing content is already a lot. This is why I haven't been consistent. It's because I've had school. And my work started, I work Fridays now, so I can't stream on Fridays. I mean, I could after work, but I don't want to. So I stream on Sundays now. But I'd have to cut it down, but it's fine. I'm still gonna shop there. I love it there. It's so cute. It's so cute and good. But anyway, I want to make some other like side money, because like I do so many craft things, and rather than just sitting in my room doing these crafts, I could be sitting in the sewing room doing these crafts and then selling them, because like it's a lot, sewing's a lot more of like a practical thing. I could also, these felt leaf coasters I made, I did these for my, not last stream, the one I did before that, for my teaching. I did like a teaching lesson, and I made these little leaf coasters, and they're so cute. I use this one a lot. I don't use this as much. I think the green is too bright for my personal taste, but they're so cute and like good. I could sell these in little packs, because they took me, this one, the first one I made, took me 40 minutes, and the material, including the needle I bought for my students, cost like $2, so it's like $1 material. Sell a pack of 5 of these for like $7, or like 6. Yeah, pack of 5 of these for like $7. They're super cute. That's an idea. I'm just trying to think of the things I make that I could sell. Not a lot. I mean, Halloween season, just make more of him. Buy all the materials for like, I don't know, like $8, sell him for like $15. He's real cute. Possibly if I get into the market and like actually do sell things, and I got into the Halloween one, I totally will make Halloween things. I mean, nobody buys flower crowns anymore. I can make them. Nobody's gonna buy them. But yeah, I think I will actually get into the making of things. I think that'll be fun, but enough of that for now. Now into my cross stitch. I'm making this pattern from the Witchy Stitcher. I love it. It's so cute. My other cross stitch I've done is above this bird, but this is so cute. And I've ran out of black. I was gonna say I finally finished the black. I ran out of black. I didn't get enough to finish it. I finished the outline. It's taken me like 3 weeks, and I finished the outline. So now I'm working on like the browns in the middle. Well, 'cause like it's cute, and I like working color at a time. I don't know how other people cross stitch, but I prefer doing color at a time. So now I know what I'm doing. In a couple minutes I do have to make an Instagram post for my cosplay account, and then I'll probably be streaming for another half hour-ish. But this is, I want to, hold on, let me stick this needle back in here. I need a needle minder, so I'm not just stabbing a needle through there. Let me sit back here so you can see me a little better, and I'll sit up more. I've been like scrunched in my chair. It's fine. I'm a shrimp. I'm but a shrimp. I also have to have my headphone in so I can hear music, because talking to myself with no music is so bad. It's worse than just talking to yourself. I talk to myself a lot, on stream and off stream. Well, actually, there's the 2 minutes later. I've got to do my cosplay post. Did I finish writing the post? I did. Follow Lynx Point Cosplay on Instagram. LYNX_COSPLAY nope, I missed a word. Scratch that. LYNX_POINT_cosplay. That's it. I can spell. I can't spell. I lied to you, I'm sorry. It's a post of, I have so many Instagram accounts. It's a post of our Blue Exorcist cosplay that's sort of been retired, but we're still posting things on it because we've got time. Hold on, what was the last Blue Exorcist? It was group ones? Let's do... Sorry, this is great content. You're getting the top of my head as I make an Instagram post. So sorry. So the problem is my sister's giving me the Instagram posts because it's all 3 of us, we cosplay together. They can let me do all of the Instagram posts, and I just want to put pictures of me first, but I know I shouldn't, so I don't. But I want to, you know? I look so cute, why wouldn't I? Like look at how cute I look. It's kind of blurry. Look at how cute I am. It doesn't want to focus, but like, we're all very cute. I'm adorable, so I want to put me first, but I don't. I didn't. That was actually the last photo that I was showing you. Instagram stresses me out. People talk about how Twitter stresses them out, and like, I get it. I don't go on Twitter much. I have a Twitter. It's the same as everywhere. Saros_crafts. But going on Twitter, I use it more as like keeping updated with the streamers I like rather than anything else. But then like Instagram, I feel obligated to like, I got Instagram in like grade 5, long time ago. I want to say like 2011, 2012, back when it still had the blue bar on top, you know, if anyone remembers that Instagram. That's when I got it. So I'm used to just having my friends as followers, not being like Instagram famous, just hanging out with my friends and liking all of their posts because I want to show that I'm a supportive friend. But now that I've grown up with that mentality, so now I'm at the point where if I see people's Instagram posts, unless I literally have no interest in it, and it's like not a friend, it's like a content creator or something, I like everyone's posts. And then the stories got invented. Now I go through everyone's stories because I don't like notifications on my phone. So then it's stressful. It's stressful to go through Instagram for me because I'm like, gotta scroll through all 3 of my accounts, liking everyone's photos, going through everyone's stories. Especially because all of my accounts follow generally different people. There's some people that I follow with all of my accounts, including myself, but like generally my accounts all have a different like curation of like homepage, like For You page or whatever, like my followers. And so like I just it's different. So I can't just go through one account. I gotta go through all three of them. Because I've got my cosplay one, my personal one, and then my craft one. And it's just a lot, you know? I just get stressed. So I've been trying to go on Instagram more recently. Like my personal account, which is __ERIA__. I all of October I was taking little videos of like my outfits when I like with my different earrings for Halloween month. And I've been told people enjoyed that. I was gonna stop and then I was gonna just like not go back to my not posting anything except for like every other month. But I've been told people enjoy that, so I'm gonna continue it. Because it's just me in a stairwell in like a little 3-second video being like, look at my little outfit, look at my little earrings, I'm so cute. Speaking of, I got these earrings at Tomo Arts Market by Evergreenly Handmade. I have the tag over here. They're very cute. She does lots of like, she was at the table next to my sister, but she has lots of like cute clay earrings. These ones are like metal moons, but this is the tag, Evergreenly Handmade. So sweet. I think they're like Leduc based? No, I don't want to say Lloydminster. I don't know where they're based. They're Alberta based, but she was so nice and made such cute earrings. But has a Etsy, I believe. I believe that she has an Etsy. She was super nice. It's a good time. But I have a school project that I'm going to be working on after this that I already kind of cheated on. I do the Debbie Ryan hair thing. That's what it's called, right? The Debbie Ryan, you know? Anyway, because it's for one of my CTS classes, but it's like career based, which I hate. It's like, I'm being a teacher. I've never had a career other than student. Leave me alone. How am I supposed to talk to kids about this? That's the counselor's job. That's not mine. But we have to make like a proposal thing for like a career path opportunity mixing a core subject and a CTS subject, which is like for anyone that's not Alberta, because I think CTS is like an Alberta thing. I think it might be called CTS other places, but like it's generally an Alberta thing. The way it's formatted especially, but that's like all of like your trades, so like your hairstyle, automotive, including things like business, finances, fashions, but it doesn't include things like drama and art. Drama, art, second languages are not, it's like all the options other than like drama, art, and second languages is CTS. A little confusing, but like generally how it is. But let me tell you one thing about me. Social studies is my least favorite subject. It's just government and dates, and that's my least favorite things. So I did bad in social. So guess what I got picked when I had to randomly pick my core subjects? Social studies. I literally looked at it and I was like, I hate this. My other core option, that my core subject I could have picked from, was Aboriginal studies, which is a good course, but also essentially social studies, and I don't do good at it because like it's not an interest of mine, really, like a personal interest, so like I don't pay attention, and I'm sorry, but like, and so I'm like already off to a bad start. My CTS subjects that I picked from, you're not gonna see me cross-stitching, it's fine. I don't know, I need another camera and like a tripod so you can actually like see eventually when I get more money. Never, I mean, actually, because you know university's so expensive. Anyway, but no, my CTS subjects that I got to choose from, that I randomly picked, were networking, which is about computers, automotive technician, cars, and something like industrial, like fabrication, something. It's some industrial technician. And I'm like, how do you mix social with either computers or like cars? Like, what? No idea. And I asked my dad, because he's a computer guy, and he also had no idea. I'm getting real distracted, but that's because I'm realizing how lopsided my face is when I'm talking. I raised this eyebrow more than the other one. I swear I'm not that lopsided. It's just because I can lift this eyebrow, but I can't lift this eyebrow, and now my muscles tensed. Anyway, I have my dad because he was a computer guy. If there was any way I could mix these things, and he was like, not really. And so I was told by some of my classmates, I was like, oh, some people are like changing what they got. And so I went and looked, and now I don't know if you know, but on Google you can like see what other like changes other people have made to shared documents. Not many people know this. Not many people know how to get to this. So I went, but like I've done it before, mostly to check to see if my classmates have done any work on it, on like a shared, like a group project, when I haven't. And I go and check to see if they have, and they usually also haven't. Or like if someone, it's the way to like check to see if people are doing their work, essentially. But I don't think our professor is technologically inclined enough to be able to do this, which is what I'm banking on. Because I went and looked, and one other person has changed their subjects. Nobody else, people have changed what they like selected to do. Nobody else has changed their subject, except for one other person. So I'm just hoping that she doesn't know how to check, and if she does see, she like it's not something that she pays attention to, because like I changed one of my CTS options to fashions because I was like, I need one of these things to make sense, and these CTS options make zero sense to me. Like, I don't know anything about them. I'm an arts and fashions kid. I'm not any sort of technician. Like, I took computer science and I got an award in it. Like, I took 2 years of it in high school and I got an award, but that's because my stuff looked pretty and I can read instructions. That's not because I'm smart. Like, no. So I changed it to fashions because fashions and social studies, easy. Historical fashion. What sort of career options can you do with that? Museum. Like fashion museums. Working for plays and movies to get like historically accurate fashion. Like so many things that are very cool. And I'm like, yes, I will talk about this, thank you very much. I do need to read the social studies curriculum though, which I don't want to do because I hate social, but mostly just because social studies, I think of history. I don't know what's like anywhere else in the world, even across Canada. But for us, social studies is like a mix of like history and government studies. You do history, like elementary school, you learn the provinces. Junior high, you learn a bit more like history. High school, you learn about like the government and like the history of democracy. Not fun. But I can mix that together to make like historical. I probably do like plays, because that's what I like more. Is I'm a theater kid as well. So like I can talk about making historically accurate costumes for plays. I've taken 2 classes vaguely about the history of fashion. So like this will be fun and easy, you know? I had one that was like Survey of Historic Dress in the Western World, I think is the name of the title of the class. I didn't do half of the lectures in that class. They were long and boring and I hated them. It was all online. But like I did that class. And then I also took a History of Art and Design and Visual Culture for Textile Arts back in the spring, which is what I made my B for. But that was fun. But in the Survey of Historic Dress in the Western World class, one of my like things, I had to write like a essay on historical fashion in like a piece of media and how accurate it was to the time period and all that fun stuff. So the movie I did it on was Portrait of a Lady on Fire, I believe is what it's called. Such a good movie. Oh, if you are queer, if you are a lesbian and you want to watch a historically accurate movie, like the costumes, historically accurate, very nice costuming, but also it's about like they need to get this excuse me, they need to get a painting of this lady to send to her like future husband, but she won't sit still for her painting. She'll ruin any paintings any male painters do, so they get a female painter to come to their little like secluded island to pretend to be like her companion and paint her secretly. And like, oh, it's so good. I sobbed. Portrait of a Lady on Fire is such a good movie. 10 out of 10 recommend. It's I sobbed. I sobbed at the end. It's all in French, by the way. It is a French movie, but it's so good. I loved it. I need to watch it again. I kind of want to watch it with people, though. Not my parents. My parents offered to watch it to me. I'm glad I said no, because there's a sex scene. It's, like, kind of subtle, but, like, there's nudity and, like, sexual themes. So, like, maybe didn't want to watch it with my parents. But I'd watch it with my friends. I'd watch it with someone. It's so good. It's such a good movie. But yeah, stuff like that would be a fun career. I always thought about that. I was like, if I don't go into teaching, I'd love to be like the fashion person for plays, because I'm a nerd. I'm a nerd. But like, there's one play I saw, because I did like a theater club thing in junior high and high school. We go to plays at our like Edmonton's like big theater, and one of them was called Vigilante. That is my favorite play. Like, I loved that play. I loved watching it. I've thought about it for years now. It's been years since it was out, but it was so good. It was about like these Irish settlers in Canada, like years ago, and it was 7 guys and their mom, and like they slowly were dying off, and they had like this cool outfits, and all of like they had these cool vests and hair and makeup, and like it wasn't super musical, but they did have like some musical elements to it, and like all of their vests were weathered because like to make them look like old and aged, because it was talking about a time in history, but like artistically, and they wanted to show like the age of like the storyline. So like they aged all these vests, and in the talk back we gotta like talk to some of the people afterwards or before. Either way, we gotta talk to someone. I think it was before we talked about like fashion, because it was my little club. We gotta talk to some people that worked on the play, but like they were saying how like to age the vest they like use like a high powered like sand blaster to like weather the material, and lots of like paint and stuff to like weather. I was like, I just want a job weathering clothes. It looked so cool and so much fun, and I was like, good, this is good content. I love that. I loved that play. It was my favorite. But yeah, I feel like if I didn't go into teaching, I'd go into some sort of like fabric. I don't want to be a designer. Everyone's always like, you should be a fashion designer, but they don't take into account that fashion design means you need to be very creative and create your own designs, which I don't necessarily do. Lots of what I make and like alter patterns and stuff are not necessarily my own designs. They are alterations of things I've seen online, or like I see something online and I'm like, I could make that rather than pay $200 for it. Or like, hey, I like that, but not in that fabric. Or like, I like these 3 different pieces, put them together. But I don't want to be a fashion designer like that. I feel like I would feel like a fraud, because I'm not like creating my own designs. And I don't feel like fashion designers, especially in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, no one's looking for fashion designers here. But I need to find a new thread. But like, everyone's always like, you should be a fashion designer, and I'm like, how about instead of designing fashion, I just work on plays and make costumes for plays and a movie. Like, because we've got a decent theater scene in Edmonton, I would say. It's not like Broadway or anything, but like the Citadel Theater is pretty nice. And so like, if I wanted to work on plays, I'm sure I could get a decent job doing that. Like, I wouldn't start off being the one like making the outfits, but like, I'm sure like it's research into like the time period and like historical artistry and all of that sort of stuff for whatever play is being made, and then like you do your like research on it, and then make the clothes and fit them. My one problem is I don't like fitting clothes on other people. I've had to do it, but I don't enjoy it. I think it's like slightly being touch starved. I don't like touching people that much, and I always feel like, how much can I touch you to fit this thing without it being awkward? Most of the time it's like my sisters, so they don't really care, because we grew up making costumes and having our mom fit us, so like it's not like a big deal. But like when it's my friends, it's like I don't want to. And like one time I was making a shirt for my friend, and her girlfriend was in the room, and I'm like, I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but I do need to touch her. I do need to touch her chest. I'm real sorry, because it was like a halter top, and I'm like, I'm going to be sticking my hands like right under your boob. I'm so sorry. It was not a fun time for me. I felt very awkward. On a different note, I was doing this cross stitch last night, and I realized I messed up some of the black that I had put in, and I had to cut it out because like it was a whole like block over wrong. It was not a fun experience for me. I got real sad because I was cutting out this work that I had done, and I was like, I don't want to. Oops, I missed a row. The way I am doing cross stitch right now is I take the I find a chunk of like browns that go together, and I like just do half stitch all the way up, and then finish the cross stitch all the way down. Just cause like, rather than doing like row by row when the row is like 2 squares long, that's not fun for me. And I have to look at a pattern every like 5 seconds. I don't know if there's a correct way to cross stitch or anything like that, but this is how I'm doing it, and this is the most fun I have, so it's fine. I should cut some of these threads. I'll probably stream for another like 10-ish minutes, I think. Just because I'm getting a little sleepy, and I have a project that's due tomorrow at midnight that I haven't started that I was talking about. So I should probably do that. I mean, after the stream, I am gonna lay on my bed for like an hour. Maybe have some snacks. I have some candy that's been tempting me in front of me, but I haven't eaten it because I was like, I'm streaming. I don't want to like unwrap things. That's not very good audio. That's not a good audio experience. And then I might slowly work my way into homework by typing up my religion, my cult and new religious movements notes, because those I didn't finish typing down the slides once those came out, and I want to do that, and that's more fun than writing how you can become a fashion historian. Sure. So, and then work my way, because once it's always just like I heard someone talking about it on like TikTok. It's like the shelf, like the steps. It's hard to go from something you like doing to something you hate doing immediately. So if you go from something you like doing to something you like tolerate doing, like kind of enjoy, to something you're like neutral on, to something that like you don't really like, to something you hate, it's much easier to do it. I think this one might have been like child psychology, but also for like neurodivergent people. It works. It's if you enjoy laying on your bed doing like playing on your phone, and you hate doing dishes, first step is not going to get up to go do dishes. First step is getting up. And then it's like tidying your room. And then it's like tidying your room, and it's just like getting dressed. And then it's like going to the kitchen, and then it's like you also break it down into smaller steps so it's easier to digest. And then it's like, oh, you're in the kitchen now, go put away the clean dishes, because that's not that bad. And then put on gloves and do dishes if you need gloves. My problem is I don't like doing dishes, but I hate gloves, so I'm just forced to suffer. Because honestly, doing dishes with one hand. So my one hand, I only do dishes with one hand. My other hand, this hand stays on my hip in my pocket, just like not doing the dishes. Because if I have one hand clean, then I can do anything, you know? I feel so much better. If both hands are dirty, can't function. Same reason I don't wear gloves, because it's like it cages my hands in, and then I can't do anything. My hands are stuck. We love wonky brains. I've been describing my brain as wibbly wobbly a lot to people, and I hope they understand what that means. Because I've just been like, yeah, my wibbly wobbly brain doesn't allow that. And I sure hope people get that. Whether they understand what I mean by wibbly wobbly, or they're like, that's an odd word, you're neurodivergent. Either way works. Honestly, as long as you can understand what I mean when I say wibbly wobbly brain. Works for me. But I've been talking a lot, and I can't tell if it's just because I'm like, stream mode, gotta talk, or if I'm just sleepy. Because when I get sleepy, I just chatter away. I'm sad that my friend Riley hasn't been able to join my streams anytime recently. She's normally working, which is sad. But it's fine. I've also had so many people being like, well, watch your streams. And like, they never say anything if they do. So I don't know. It's fine. I do have to, I want to find a new notebook. Actually, I have notes in my stream section. I have, my little streaming notebook, which sits in front of me. I have my, like, when I stream, the date I stream, and, like, what I'm doing on that stream. And then I have, like, a section for notes. I don't normally write notes in this section. It's more just, like, when I did my painting stream, I was just like, I don't like this. I don't get as much interaction. To pick patterns, find notebook for selling stuff. Cool, do that. Just because I can look back at that and be like, that's what I was supposed to do. I think actually I'm gonna finish this brown section, maybe, as long as I keep working and don't stop to talk again. I'm gonna finish this one brown chunk, and then I'll end stream. Because I'm having fun. I think my foot's falling asleep though. Oh. Yeah, it was falling asleep. Good. Oh shoot, I was also gonna start working out a little bit so I can get swole. So that way when I cosplay Riza from FMA, I can be buff, you know? Cause like, hot blonde, great, love them. You know what's even better than a hot blonde? A buff hot blonde. So, you know, like, I don't care about my legs are fine, her pants are big and baggy, like, it doesn't really matter. I want good arms. I want to have nice, like, toned arms. I don't need massive muscle. I just need it to, like, toned. Because, like, I'm wearing big sweater, but right now it's not. It's, like, a little bit because my cat's 20 pounds and I carry her around. She's not 20 pounds. She's, like, 16. But I carry her around in one arm a lot. So, like, I've got a bit of muscle, but not enough to take away the fat that's on my, like, underarm. It's fine. It's just I don't want to go to, it's gonna be like at home workouts because, like, I don't want to go to a gym by myself. I have anxiety. Going to a gym by myself sounds like the worst possible time, especially because I don't really like showers. But, like, my hair gets greasy really fast, so, like, I'd kind of, like, go to the gym every other day, because that's when I wash my hair, is every other day. and I'd want to like wash it after I work out and I'm all sweaty. And like at home workouts are like less intense, less of like a I'm gross and sweaty, my hair is disgusting, I need to wash it, more of a I'm gonna lay down and cool down for a hot minute. I get anytime I've done like the little at home workouts, I get about as sweaty doing those as I do cleaning the bathroom. So like that tells you something about me for sure. But I just want nice looking arms, but like I know I shouldn't just do arms. So my plan was to do the, you know her. I don't remember her name. She's like a, I'm scooting closer again. She's like the good athletic YouTuber. I don't remember her name. Blogilates. That's it. I have like a workout routine saved from her that I'm like, I'll do this, but like I never get around to it. But it's like I know if I work out, I will feel better about myself. But it's just getting to that point, you know? My lipstick on my lip has stayed on pretty good. At least from this far away. Yeah, nice. This is acne. I had my like a full face of makeup done for like 4 days in a row because of Halloween. Because it was my Halloween party, my sisters, my friends, and then Halloween day. So I had like a full face of makeup for like 4 days, and God, was that tiring. And like immediately afterwards, my face was doing fine, but now it's caught up to me, and now the acne's coming out. It's upsetting. But I mean, in this camera, you can't actually tell. You see like all the dots, and that's like acne scars and stuff. Like there's no acne here, that's just scars. I think I've got like 1 or 2 bumps down here, but like that's just all acne scars. But like all things considered, acne scars aren't that bad, because if I really want to, I can cover them up with makeup. Like it's just that doing so gives me more acne. So, but like in the scheme of things, I don't care about my acne scars. I have a lot more like indented acne scars on like my forehead. These are all just like red. But like I don't have the money to go to a dermatologist, and I'm 21 years old, so my parents wouldn't pay for it. I get like their healthcare benefits, but like they're not gonna pay for my dermatology appointment. I had prescribed acne medication for like a year-ish, right when the pandemic started. It was 2020. In January I think 14th, 2020, I sprained my ankle real bad and then walked on it because I was gonna go hang out with my friend, and I was just like, fuck, I'm in the middle of like nowhere on campus, I was gonna go hang out with my friend. So I don't remember what class I was coming from. There-ish, I think I know. But and then I walked across campus, walked up some stairs with a pretty severely sprained ankle, and was like in pain, and then got on a bus and went home with a sprained ankle. It was not fun for me, but whatever. And then like a month later, my ankle still was sprained. So like I still kept going to work and stuff too with a sprained ankle. Might not be the smartest, but it's fine. But then I went to the doctor like middle of February, beginning of March, something like that, to be like, my ankle sprained. What should I do? And it was just like, go to physio, and I was like, no. It was mostly to make sure like it wasn't like fractured or anything, because it was still hurting. But that doctor, I didn't like her. She's like our family doctor, but I'll tell you something. We don't go to regular doctor appointments, this family. You go if they're for your health, like good for your health. Like my dad's got things, so he goes to the doctor and like whatever. But like we don't go to like annual doctor's appointments. Like we go to dentist and like eye doctors, but not like general practice. So I'd never met this lady before. And she was asking all about like my medical history of like my family. Like not my personal medical history. But like, I don't know, you can't hear the music a little bit. But like general like familial medical history, and I'm like, I don't fucking know. You're the same family doctor to both of my parents. You just take their copies. But I wasn't sassy enough to be able to be like, just go to them. So I just tried to answer it. She's like, ask these questions when you go home, and then when you come back, which I never did, you can answer and fill out your like form. But like, I went in for my sprained ankle, and then she started talking about my acne, and I'm like, I didn't ask for this. Like, I don't want to be harassed about my acne. I didn't come to a general doctor to ask about my acne. But then she prescribed me I forget what it was called, but like, you have to get prescribed it in Canada, but like, you can just get it at like Walmart in America, which I think is rude, but like, it worked kind of for my acne, but I didn't want to go back to her, because then like the pandemic hit, and like I didn't want to go back to her, and then like whatever. But like, I was just like, the acne medication's not really doing a whole lot. Like, it's doing enough, but then now I just wash my face with more cleanser and like have like a acne moisturizer thing for nighttime and like a toner, and like that does about the same level of stuff as like the medical stuff. So really, why would I pay $30 for like something that lasts like 3 months that I have to get a prescription for, when I can pay like the same price for some moisturizer, you know? But it was wild. I didn't like that doctor. She wasn't. My mom and like family still goes to her, but like I haven't gone back because I have no need, you know? I probably do have a need. I have really bad circulation and stuff, so I should probably go and actually talk to a doctor about that, but like, I didn't like her. So, you know, we'll figure it out. Just like I should go to a therapist, but like I've never gotten around to it because my family didn't grow up with therapists. It became like a concept that I learned about more in university, you know? Like therapy wasn't a thing when I was a kid to like talk about and go to. So, whatever, but I've had all of my friends are like, you should go to therapy, and I'm like, probably, but I've got too much anxiety, so making me go to therapy, it sounds stressful because I have to make the appointment. Ew, gross. Half the therapy stuff I've looked into is also just like, you have to call or like email to make an appointment. It's usually call, and I'm just like, I'm sorry, you want someone with anxiety to get on a phone call to make an appointment? Worst thing. I would literally rather walk to the place in person and talk to these people, but I never get around to it. Or there's just like, at university there's like extra steps to filling out your like form, and I just don't want to, you know? Too much work. I'm almost done this brown patch on my cross stitch, and then I'll say goodbye. Let me just finish it off. Two more stitches. 1, 2. There. This is his hand. This is a branch that he's holding that's part of his hand. This is this black, this is a leg, and this is a leg, but this is a hand. Very exciting. Very excited. It's coming along. Looking pretty cool. But that'll be it for today. I'm sleepy. I had fun. I altered this pants pattern for my pants that I'm going to be making. Speaking of which, I bought the fabric online because my fabric land is so expensive, and online from Fabricville is like still $10+ cheaper than in person. And I needed 5 meters of fabric. Well, I only really needed 2.5, but I needed, like, you can't order half meters online, so I needed 5 meters of fabric, and like it was still cheaper to buy it online than to buy 4.5 in person. But anyway, that'll be coming this next weekish. But I did this, talked about if I was to sell things, which if you're interested, let me know, because I want to sell like little headbands and things like that. I think that's my 2023 goal, is to do that, so that's fun. And then also like little Minecraft things. And then I was cross-stitching a bit, so that's been fun. Thank you for joining me. I had a lot of fun. Bye. I'll see you probably next Sunday. I'll try and stream next Sunday. I don't know what I'm doing. I'll figure it out. Bye.